Welcome back to the Solid Cleveland Sports Take. And today I want to have a brief discussion about what I think we should do going into the Detroit Lions game. Now I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna cut straight to it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I think we need to bench Flacco. We got to bench Flacco, man. And there's no way that I feel like we should go into this next game with Flacco, with all of the excitement in the city and you know the momentum that we have, right? I just don't see it. And part of the reason why I feel the way that I feel, man, is twofold, right? I watched the Detroit Lions cause all type of havoc against the Baltimore Ravens, right? I mean, they executed on both sides of the ball, and they didn't play a perfect game, but man, the talent is you can't ignore it, right? And we're not going to go in the way that we went in against Green Bay and win that football game. We're going to have to put up points. We're going to have to put up points, and we're not going to put up points with Flacco. The schemes that they have to draw up isn't complex, right? I mean, they know that he's one-dimensional, as I mentioned before, man. Like, it's not hard. So I don't want that to end, and I think the way to go is, you know, taking a page out of the New York Giants book. I love what they just did. And I'm a Russell Wilson fan, but I believe that it was time, right? And after, you know, they decided to go with the rookie after just 3 games, 3 losses. They said, okay, enough is enough. I'm not, you know, there's nothing left for us to see. And you don't hear a lot of the Giants beat reporters clamoring or complaining about it being too early, or complaining about whether or not they think that it's reckless for the front office to put them in so early. You don't hear any of that there, man. You know what I mean? They decided to move up in the draft and go and grab him. And, you know, like I said, it's his time. And I believe that we have to do something similar for the Cleveland Browns. I think that we have to see what we have in Dillon Gabriel, right? I don't want to hear anything about, him not being prepared. He got the reps in off season. I mean, he got the reps in camp. So he's prepared. He's as prepared as he's going to be. And whether you put him in this week or you put him in week 17, it's going to be the same thing. I would rather see him over a longer period of time than a very short period of time, because a short period of time isn't going to tell the whole story, right? Let that young boy get out there and cook. And if they felt like Jackson Dart was ready, man, look at the data. Look at the stats. Dillon Gabriel's stats blows Jackson Dart's out of the water. Dillon Gabriel played high quality football over a long period of time, a much longer period of time than that of a lot of the rookies that came out this year. So I have trust in it. I have trust that Dillon Gabriel is prepared to go out there and go to war. Another thing that we forget, man, is that just last year in 2024, Dillon Gabriel was one of the finalists in the Heisman voting. Come on, man. You're not giving that award. You don't make the finals. You don't make it as a finalist, as a scrub. The dude can play good ball, right? So I'm interested to see what he can do with more talented players around him, because the wide receivers that he had out in Oregon, none of those guys went first round, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we have more talent on the Cleveland Browns than we did than he had on his roster over at Oregon. So that's another plus, man. And then we got our running back back, and he's looking really, really good. So again, man, it's war. And going into the war, they're prepping to prepare for Flacco. Let's give him something different. Let's mix it up. Even if Dillon Gabriel isn't a starter, man, if you can if you can make sure that you draw up about 12, 13, 14 plays for him, that's going to still keep him on edge. We got to do something, man. Again, one of the main things that a lot of people are saying is that they don't think that he's ready, and they want him to be more experienced. Man, there's no other quarterbacks that's as experienced as he is. He's 25 years old. He's not a young buck. He's been around, so he gets it. Let's see what we got in him, man. You know, and I don't think that waiting until next week makes much sense. Let's do it this week. Let's throw him in there and see what we got. Let's see if he's really the lion that he thinks that he is. I think that he's going to do a whole lot better than what most people think. I'm interested to hear what y'all got to say about this specific topic, man. Do you think that we should continue to go with Flacco, right? Or do you think that it makes more sense to go with one of the young guns? I'm talking about this next game. Or do you think we should hold off and let a experience a couple losses before we go with Dillon Gabriel? At that point, the momentum will be gone. Drop a comment down below. I'm interested to hear what y'all got to say. I'll catch y'all next time. Holla.